Hi, I'm Nikki Wyatt, the Karma Coach. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the products on my website, which I have discovered over the years have been extremely supportive to me in different aspects of my life. And I've been able to refer to clients as well who've also found them really helpful. So, one of the most important things I've discovered coaching over the years and for myself is that we can change our vibration and we can change our state during a coaching session, and we can take remedies and essences and do other things. But if we keep going back into the same physical environment that is supporting the situation that we want to change, then it's very difficult to maintain our new inner state. So that might mean something as simple as going back and with your new frame of mind and clutter clearing, but it might also mean looking at what it is in that you're doing in the way of eating, drinking, supporting yourself with nutrition that needs to be cleaned out or overhauled. And so with that in mind, I have partnered with a water company called Water for Health, and they offer a lot of different water products. You can either just get a simple jug to put on your kitchen worktop, or use when you travel. Really handy for that. Filters out the water, and also they do shower heads. People often don't realize just how much we absorb impurities in our shower. It's actually probably worse for us than drinking water, because chlorine, for example, is a gas, and so whilst it will disperse if you leave it in a jug for a while, it will not disperse when you're under the shower and it's pouring through you and the gas is all around you. So you're breathing it in, you're getting it in through your pores of your skin, and likewise if you're lying in a bath of it. So um, I personally have a filter on my shower, and I use my shower head to fill up my bath if I'm going to have a bath. So I know that it is clean, pure water. And they have both a whole house system, an under the sink system, and they have a full shower head, or they have an attachment which you can just easily attach to your shower in a matter of minutes, and that will take out all the chlorine. So that's one thing that I'm really keen to point people towards. And another thing that I have found incredibly helpful is probiotics that are both liquid and soil based. I know that there are many around and have been many around for a long time that are capsules. Perhaps they come from probiotics that are made in laboratories, or they're taken from the guts of animals. But I'm not in favor of doing that. So when I finally found this company, it's a lovely family-based, family-run place in Wiltshire, who they make their probiotics from the soil of ancient meadows, that therefore has a huge amount of biodiversity and really helps to balance and repopulate your microbiome. They've also brewed it to the point where it's not going to get destroyed by stomach acid, which is the fate of many probiotics. They never actually reach where you would need them to go, because your stomach acid destroys them before they get there. So they have there is a very simple probiotic bottle that you can get, which is quite large, which is only probiotics, and the whole family can enjoy. Or they have lots of other blends which they've blended with herbs that are directed at particular issues. So there is Breathe, for example, if you're having any issues with around breathing, with asthma or hay fever or anything like that. It's got all these different herbs added to it that help with that. There's one for children. There's one for sleep, if you struggle with sleep. That's got things like valerian in it, which is very helpful to help you drift off and to relax. There's one for women, which is for hormonal balance, whether you're premenopause, during the menopause, perimenopause. And it also helps with the vaginal microbiome, so it's very helpful for UTIs, thrush, anything like that. and it helps obviously your thyroid function. And there's one called Immunity, which is really good if you've been a bit low and you need a bit of a boost. There's one which is really good if you've been on antibiotics. And there's one for fitness, which is if you're someone who does a lot of physical exercise, that's very helpful. So all sorts of different things there. And they also do ones to boost plants, to condition soil, to put in ponds, and they do cleaners, which I use all the time for cleaning surfaces and putting down drains and air fresheners. So you're putting back positive microbes into your environment. If you put them into your drains, for example, they will then repopulate your drains with positive, healthy microbes that will eat up all the nasties. So I'm currently doing that with mine, and really happy to be putting some positive things back into the environment. And finally, at the moment anyway, I'm sure I'll keep adding to these, but as I find them, but I like to take time to try them out myself and get a few uh, readers and clients to try them too before I recommend them. The other thing that I find very helpful, I have my feet on one at the moment, are earthing mats, grounding mats, which I get from Earthing Revolution. Having done some research, I found them to be the best that I could find. A lot of people that make earthing products tend to use silver thread, as did, in fact, Earthing Revolution originally, but they are now in their second generation because silver thread will often get affected by the natural oils in our skin. So they only have a certain lifespan, whereas they've now developed a second generation carbon-based earthing product, which means that it's fairly, for a forever product really, and very, very easy to wipe clean and keep clean. And I definitely recommend those. They also do little patches you can put on areas of your body that hurt. And they have them big enough to put on your bed, so you can sleep on one at night. I personally have my feet on a grounding mat when I'm sleeping, and they really help you to feel a lot calmer. They calm down your nervous system because our world has become very full of electricity and radiation that is not very positive and doesn't resonate with the way our natural electrical charge is in our body. And so it disrupts how we're feeling, and it can make us feel very hyper, very wired. It can definitely contribute to inflammation in the body. One of the most common things people report when they've been using grounding products for a while is that the inflammation in their body's gone down, their joints are more comfortable, they're sleeping better, things like that. And they're just feeling a lot less anxious because, when you're hyped up because the electricity in your environment is making you feel anxious, that's often one of the most common issues that people have now. So simply grounding is a really easy, simple way to resolve that. I wish I was outside with my bare feet on the ground. That would be an even cheaper way to do it, and a more perhaps even a deeper way to do it. But for when you have to be indoors, earthing products are fantastic. Okay, that's all I've got. Oh, and I have, I should say also, because I have partnered with these companies, there is a discount for you if you get any of these things. There's always a code I've got that you can use to give yourself a discount. And that also means I get a bit of a financial thank you from the company as well for referring you. It doesn't actually influence what I'm referring you to because I will only ever choose things that I know will work. And I often refer people to things that and companies where I don't have an agreement, but it's nice to have one if we can make it work on a win-win. Okay, I hope that's helpful, and see you again soon. Bye.